Hey friends, how you doing today? Here's another quick message coming out of the book of Acts, chapter 5, verses 12 through 16. And though the hands of the apostles, and though the hands of the apostles, many signs and wonders were done among the people, and they were all with one accord on Solomon's porch. Yet none of the rest dared to join them, but the people esteemed them highly. And believers were increasingly added to the Lord, multitudes of both men and women. So they brought the sick into the streets and laid them in beds and on couches, that at least the shadow of Peter passing might fall on some of them. Also, a multitude gathered from the surrounding cities to Jerusalem, bringing back sick people and those who were tormented by unclean spirits, and they were all healed. Amen. God bless the word. And it's crazy. Peter was give you some insight on what was happening. Peter was going around saving, healing people, doing the same thing that Jesus was doing. Remember, Jesus told him to feed my sheep right before he died, and so Peter was going around just, he was just, out there just cutting up. He was cutting up for the Lord. He was on fire, just doing what the Lord had told him to do. And the thing on this particular passage that's amazing to me is that they were putting people in the streets who were lame, on beds and on couches, couldn't move, and they just wanted Peter's shadow to be casted upon them. That's just that's crazy, right? That's amazing. They just wanted his shadow, thinking that his shadow could heal some of those people who were out there who were sick and lame and couldn't walk, maybe paralyzed or whatnot. They just wanted Peter's shadow to touch them. And that's just amazing. That just goes to show the power of the Lord, and how the power of the Lord just went through Peter. So, and Peter was doing exactly what the Lord had asked him to do. So, I mean, just think about that for a minute. They just wanted his shadow to touch them, thinking that they can be healed. That's some serious faith, and they were held in high esteem. And although no one would join them because Peter and them were jailed for healing people, but they were held in the highest esteem, and so they were just putting people out in the street. I mean, can you imagine? You know, just putting people on the side of I-10, thinking that thinking that Jesus might heal them just because he walks by in his shadow, or Peter might heal them just because he walks by and their shadow touches them. That's bananas. So, just to imagine the level of faith that they have, and so that's just a beautiful thing. And so, if your faith level can be that high, just putting your friends out there who may be sick, just so the shadow of Peter could touch them. Just imagine the place that the Lord would take you if your faith was that high. So, hope this gives you clarity on this word, and thank you for tuning in again. God bless.